everybody. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain. It is the most wonderful time of the year. And I just had to get on here and do a reading for Samhain for all of you guys, or Halloween, whatever it is that you celebrate. I would love to hear what you guys are doing for Halloween down in the comments. Let me know. What do you guys do for Halloween usually? What are your plans for tonight? I'm going to go to the new Halloween movie with my husband, and then we're probably going to do some haunted houses. And then later tonight I'll come back and probably do like a little ritual for myself and pull some cards and have a little moment later tonight. But I wanted to bring the Halloween Samhain spirit to my channel today. As you guys know, I was doing Spooktober and posting every day, and I got really sick, so I didn't post, and I've been having technical difficulties. I filmed a soul deck video, and that will not export for some reason, so I haven't been able to post that, but that'll be up as soon as I can get it to work. I have my coffee in this wonderful skull mug today. I have all my spooky candles. And today I just wanted to do like a kind of what to focus on Samhain, something to think about, just like a little message for today. So go ahead and just pick out which pile kind of immediately draws you in. Usually your first instinct is the best one. If you don't resonate with your specific pile, you can feel free to watch the whole video and let your mind kind of intuitively pick out the messages that are meant for you. With any collective reading, it is hard to get everybody's energy, but yeah, that's why you just kind of watch the whole thing and let your mind just kind of pick out what you need to hear. So we are going to be starting off with group number 1. So group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. I'll have the timestamps down below. And let's get into group number 1. Okay, so I have picked 3 cards for you, group number 1. We have our oracle card that we're going to go over, which is supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly. And we have 2 tarot cards. So we have the Horned God and we have the 6 of Swords. So the wonderful oracle card in the middle is from the Lay Vampire deck. And I want to read from the guidebook for the oracle card, and then we'll kind of just talk about it. But isn't this a perfect card for Halloween? Supernatural, are you kidding me? There are many things in the world that most people cannot explain away conveniently. That includes vampires. Like this beautiful silver-haired creature surrounded by flying fish as the sun breathes its last behind her. Before her is a surreal vision, and yet there it is. Real yet unreal at the same time. And we are scientists, and we are doctors, and we teach, and we walk amongst you, and we hear so many times of what is said to be impossible, the hearing of thoughts, the moving of objects through energy, the knowing of events before they occur, the receiving of messages from spirit realms, the ability to see colors around bodies, the ability to heal through touch. And I tell you all that these are not supernatural, they are natural. And when they are developed and worked upon and exercised and practiced with, they are considered super. You have these qualities. You have them in abundance, and we can see them about you. It is your task now to develop them, not to develop them without reason and intelligence, but to develop them and to celebrate your nature, your magnificent humanity which has potential, and which is so vital to all of us. You are supernatural. You are as magnificent to those who are in spirit. You are a divine creation, and it is now time for you to celebrate this, to embrace this, and to become as strong in your extra senses as you are in others. Embrace yourself, human child, all of your magical, wondrous self. And it says blessing. There are aspects to you that are divine and utterly connected to all cycles and aspects of nature. You now feel secure and safe in developing and expressing your intuitive gifts more than ever before. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. I love that card for Halloween Samhain time. This is beautiful. So we have supernatural. If you are a believer in magic, which I'm guessing if you're watching this channel, you probably are, but if you're not, it's time for you to kind of focus on that side of yourself. If you are somebody that even in the smallest, tiniest bit of yourself want to believe in magic, do it. There's nothing holding you back. And that was a block for me for a long time, is growing up in religious, with a religious background and things, and being told magic isn't real. It was a big block in my magical abilities. So just believe magic can be real, and this is such a sign that you are meant to be doing this. You are meant to be focusing on your magic and learning new things and learning to listen to your intuition and things like that. And I love that we have the horn god, which is normally the emperor. And so I'm feeling very much that you are going to have control over your powers and your magic, and you're going to be able to hone them and use them for your own goodness and your own for your own life path. Like, you'll be able to create the life that you want and have control over it. If you look at this picture, I mean, he has like domain over these animals. Like, he has control over them, but not in a way that's like overpowering. Like, it's like he's very imbalanced with nature, and he's in harmony with nature, and that's you. You're going to be in harmony and in perfect balance with your magic and with your powers and all of that, and that is so beautiful. And then we have the wonderful Six of Swords over here, which is about escaping, moving away from rough waters. And again, I see this as your magic is going to take you on a path, take you away from the things in your past that haven't been good, and you're going to be moving towards brighter horizons here. I love it. And I love this spooky card. He looks like, I don't know, death, like ferrying you away, which could be creepy, but like it all adds to the magicalness of it. So yeah, this is very clear of you are going to have control over your supernatural abilities, your wonderful, beautiful magic that you have inside of you. And it's going to really help you move forward. This is about moving forward, moving in a different direction, and you are on the right path, like 100% on the right path. Beautiful reading. I hope you guys resonated with this. If you did, please comment down below, and we are going to be moving on to group number 2. Hello, group number 2. I have picked 3 different cards for you. I have an oracle card here from the Vampire deck. Beautiful. And we have 2 tarot cards here. So we have the Standing Stone, which is justice in a normal card or a normal deck. And then we have the 4 of Wands. And I am going to be reading from the guidebook for the Vampire card, just because I really love this guidebook. So the card that you got is Maynard. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying that. Madness, Ecstatic Ritual, and Energy Release. Okay. Maenads are the female priestesses of the god Dionysus. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Maddened by the fruits of the vine and given the space of ritual, they descend into a ritual ecstasy, where an orgy of carnal delights, instability, frenzied dance, and gluttony are all allowed and celebrated. Within that space, the divine madness we all have, including you, is given expression and exhausts itself relatively safely. When she comes to you in this card, it is for you to now find a safe space to do what you have considered to be unsafe in a safe and protected way. What does this mean? You may be longing to be free, wild, and let loose, to cast off the chains and find expression in dancing, sex, parties, and intoxication. And she comes to you now, this creature who will devour you if you do not find a way to safely express these urges. For that is vampiric, the urge to express the divine madness that will erode your soul if you repress it any longer. And that is when the vampiric Maynard can tear you to pieces. That is when addiction can find you. That is when overindulgence can stake its claim on your soul through your physical form. This Maynard is watching you now, eyes brimming with poison, ready to infect you if you do not begin to rediscover your beautiful madness of life in your own way. If you do not now begin to have some dance, some joy, some loss of the self-consciousness you battle with each day, she will find you and her leaves will poison you even as they delight you. It is time for joy to be lived through you. It is time for madness. It is time to drink the nectar of love, making wine, laughter to the point where your belly hurts. It is time. And the blessing. It is safe for you to give way to feelings of intense bliss and happiness, even excitement. Feeling deeply and allowing yourself to be swept up in the rapture is a beautiful thing for you to experience at this time. It is safe to let this happen under the current circumstances. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just want to say, first off, take everything that I'm reading with a grain of salt. I do agree with this overall message, but like the main ad's gonna come get you thing, don't be afraid. I just want to say that. But that is a beautiful message, you guys. And the fact we have the Four of Wands here, look at this. This is a card of celebration, partying, coming together. It's like a milestone. You can let go, let loose, and it's all about like celebration and partying, which is so funny that we got it with this. So, and we also got Judgment over here. So let's talk about this for a minute. It's important for you at this time to not judge yourself or feel bad about things that you want to do. So I think it's important for you at this time that it's okay to let go and maybe party, maybe drink a little. But like the guidebook was saying, don't let it go too far to the point of addiction or to the point of hurting yourself. It's important for you to be safe. If you're drinking or whatever, make sure you have a designated driver. You call an Uber. You know, sex, passion, all of those things, it's okay to let go and give into that part of ourselves. We all have that. We all are a balance of darkness and light, and it's okay to give into that side of us. And this is like 100% just like the green light for you to go and do that with no judgment. Like that's what I'm getting here with the Judgment card. This is no judgment, and I feel like you are the biggest judge of yourself, and so it's really important for you to let that go. Let go of the judgment. And it's time for you to celebrate and let go and let loose and party and do all of these things that you want to do that maybe you haven't because you've been holding back or that you're judging yourself. No. It's time to let that mad side of you out, that part, that darker part. And I love that they have like the skulls up here. It's perfect. I love it. And I love like the leaves here and here. It's just perfect. Yeah, so I hope that this message resonates with you. Please comment down below if it does. And now we're going to move on to group number 3. Okay, group number 3, I've pulled 3 cards for you. We have the Oracle card and 2 tarot cards. So we have the Courtesy, Thoughtful, Polite, Good Manners. We have the King of Athames or King of Swords, and we have Temperance. Okay, so I'm going to read from the Lay Vampire guidebook for the Oracle card because I really like the messages in here and they're spooky ooky. So, okay, so we have Courtesy. One thing we are known for in the main is our exquisite manners. Although this little vampire has no need for food, she has made sure her guests are going to be provided for with the sweetest of treats at her moonlit feast. So know that we think of your needs. Manners we do have. Manners are not simply a facade to veil our cruelty or the terrible hunger that creates that cruelty. Manners are a way of gracefully doing what must be done to smooth the difficulties we all must face and to create beauty amongst days that can be full of crude squalor. Having manners is to think of others' comfort and what will please them. This card we bring to you this day speaks to you of the need under the current circumstances to speak the truth, but do so with grace and diplomacy and the least offense possible. This means to work out what it is you wish to achieve in the forthcoming discussions and how to best appease the offense, which has already flared. With manners, diplomacy, and thoughtfulness, you may still navigate the treacherous stretch of your life. It is worth being kind, truthful, and yet graceful. In many of those nations in which we have traveled, we have noticed that in those which have manners, gracefulness, and dignity, there is a great deal of honor, and there is often harmony amongst people living in even the most difficult and testing of circumstances. Manners are not insincere within themselves, although they can be when used to mask hostility, but the crime there is hypocrisy. The time has come to marry up grace with truth and consideration. Use the beautiful magical gift of your good sense and your charm, and watch doors open and your problems dissolve with newfound understanding. And then there's a blessing that says, thinking of others creates flow, and the energy shall return to you to the power of 3 by 3. Beauty and grace create harmony in social interactions. Okay, I think it's really funny that we pulled the King of Swords because he's kind of like the opposite of that. Like the King of Swords is going to get crap done, right? He's going to be very analytical and thoughtful with his decisions, and he's going to get what needs to be done, whether that means hurting people or not. He's very like analytical in that way. He's going to weigh the good and bad of the situation and kind of do what's best without bringing like his heart and his emotions into it. And so it's funny also, you guys, the cards always just surprise me and make me laugh with how funnily accurate they are and whatever. But we have Temperance here, which is about balance, right? It's okay to be cutthroat and get what you need to get done, but you don't have to be mean and rude about it, right? It's important to have manners and to be nice and use kindness in everything that we do, even if it might hurt somebody else, but we need to do it for our own higher good. It's important to be nice about it and to bring kindness into it, because kindness goes so far, right? And so I think it's really important for you to have that balance, right? If you've been really harsh with people, or you've been too nice, you know, it can go either way. It's important for you to find balance and to embody good manners, thoughtfulness, being polite with the King of Swords energy. You can have that King of Swords, like decisiveness, know what you're gonna do, just kind of going for it, being super analytical while also being nice about it. So I think it's important for you to bring in both sides of that, especially so anytime you're going to speak to somebody about something that's a little bit harder to swallow or whatever, or you have to approach them with something that's maybe not the most fun to hear, make sure you come at it with grace and kindness, because that can really change the way that somebody receives a message or receives your decision, right? Yeah, so this is something for you to think about, balancing those parts of yourself, making sure that you have both of those qualities when you're looking at a situation instead of just one or the other. It's important for you to not have too much of one or too much of another. You really need to balance that. So yeah, I hope that this message resonated with you guys. I know they're kind of short today, but I got a lot of Halloween stuff to get up to today, so I hope that you guys enjoyed your reading. Let me know again what you're doing for this beautiful Samhain time. It's the first time I'm actually like celebrating Samhain instead of just Halloween. My first year as like a witch, so very exciting for me. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful spooky Halloween evening. Blessed be. I'll see you guys later. Bye.